luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
For Valerie, with a bit of space to line one up and score an absolute cracker. Southampton are digging in the relegation scrap and have.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the FIFA 19 Uprising career mode here on FIFA 19. This is episode number 17. As you can see, the first thing we do is look at our youth academy, as we're looking to potentially promote a couple players into the first team fray. You can see Max Backer, obviously the guy with the highest potential there, is I think he has 89 to 94 potential, so very exciting player there. Someone who we're definitely going to look into the future for, as he definitely might have that has potential to be special tag. But he's not 60 rated yet, so I haven't promoted him yet. But one player who is 60 rated is Luke Lafferty, but he does have an exciting prospect. Similarly to Max Backer, he also had 88 to 94 potential, but somehow wasn't an exciting, has potential to be special. Actually got an exciting prospect. So I hope, and I mean it's going to be a very small chance for Max Backer not to fall in that prestigious category, but I hope he does. As in the first game of 4 in this episode, we have a slightly shorter episode today, because in the next episode, I mean, we have the international friendlies, and I don't want to play that. We're close to the end of the season, so I want to keep these episodes on a good length, you know, on a good basis, due to the fact that we're already in episode 17 and I want to finish the season by episode 20. As we face in our first game here, the replay against Charlton here at the Valley in the FA Cup. This is a game where 100% a must-win game, no doubt about that. We drew them in the last episode with the simulation, as we're going to play them here with our second team in this game. You saw Charlton's lineup and you saw our lineup, and we're about to head into the first game of today's episode. I hope you guys enjoy that. As we're about to kick off there, as we do, I think that was Igor Vetokele kicking off. We had the first chance of the game though, 8 minutes, and the ball finds itself to the real-life Manchester United player who's recently signed for Manchester United, Dan James, who has blazed it over the bar, and that's one of the things that really hindered Daniel James's development at this team. And the reason I haven't really been giving him game time is due to the fact that his shooting is very poor, and no matter how much I train it, it really just doesn't seem to get better. But regardless of that, we do fall short in this game. 44 minutes in. It is, I forgot who it was, and I forgot his name now. Lyle Taylor, the number 9 for Charlton, heading it in, and Charlton with a cup set currently on the hands. Is there a cup set on the hands? You're about to find out. 62 minutes in, we win the ball back. Daniel James runs down the byline. He has a chance to potentially get an attack here. It finds itself into Stephen O'Day. Stephen O'Day, who made his debut in the last episode, finds a strike into the top corner, and the man who's made his second ever appearance in the Southampton, in this game, yellow and blue, finds itself into the back of the net, into the top corner. A finish of great ability there, a sensational strike into the upper echelon by the number 31 Nigerian. We just signed in the January transfer window, as he gives us the lead there. You saw that from that replay, a sensational strike indeed. It almost gave us, and it gave us the 1-1 here, so we got the equalizer. 76 minutes in, Eric Garcia, the former Manchester City centre-back, just places his volley over the crossbar, but 88th minute in, we have a final chance of the game. Michael Obafemi running one-on-one with the goalkeeper. How many times have we seen this? Michael Obafemi through on goal! And the Irishman hits the post, and he needed to score that. We were about to win the game. As you see, extra time is upon us, 91st minute in this game. It's the start of extra time, right in the beginning of extra time. Page on down the byline, whips it in, and Carl Darlow was nowhere to be seen. I pressed down Y as hard as I can. You see, I was annoyed there. I pressed down Y as hard as I can. He just didn't come out. 105 minutes into this game. Can we come back in this game and prevent a cup set from happening? Bailey, who came on, finds it into Obafemi, into Stephen O'Day, who had a sensational game, beats past 2, beats past 3. The strike does not bother Phillips, although it got deflected. We have probably one more chance. It finds it into Smith, but that is it. We get knocked out by Charlton in the FA Cup. So how disappointing is that for the first thing that's happened in this episode? Yes, a very, very disappointing outcome indeed. And I mean, what can you do? You have to move on. And I mean, obviously I'd want a FA Cup run this season due to the fact that we also prematurely went out of it last season, but what can you do about it? Sometimes that's what happens in football, and that's exactly what we're going to take it. We're going to take it on the chin and move on as we head into our second of 4 games in this episode. And it's going to be against Leicester City, another team like Watford in the last episode where we have struggled a ton in this save to face and beat. And the question is, can we do it today? Leicester City not lining up with any easy side. It's going to be Danny Ward, the former Liverpool goalkeeper, at the back. They've got Konate, Fuchs, Pereira, Benitez, Amiri, Tsigenkov, what a player he is in career mode to use, and Iheanacho up top, as well as Rashid Ghazal on the other wing. But regardless, we're going to get the game kicked off here. There's 8 minutes in. We have a chance. It is Pierre-Emile Højbjerg that finds it into. What a strike by Mason Mount. I've just said what a player he has been. As I've called him up for the English national team, he's just completely deserved it, and you're going to see it from the opposite side. What a strike! Do we have a goal this season contender here from Mason Mount? What a freaking goal, son! 9 minutes in, a sensational strike to be past Danny Ward. Nothing he can do. Look at this. Che Adams from goal scorer to provider lays it off. Very nice layoff there by Che Adams. All he had to do is strike it, and didn't he strike it well? Hit the sweet spot, hit the green timed on the shot, and I knew that this season the shooting has been nerfed, especially the first time shooting, and look at that first strike. That is absolutely sensational. Upper echelon, exactly like Stephen O'Day, and you can see what that means for us there, as that was it for that one. But Leicester City kick us off right after the goal. Can they have an immediate impact as they're going to look to potentially get a goal? Kelechi Iheanacho with a sensational switch over to Tsigenkov. Tsigenkov whips it in. Matt Target, what are you doing? Finds it into Rashid Ghazal. Matt Target, who in real life just signed a contract with Aston Villa, signed for 14.03 million with a mistake and a half. I pressed the B button and it just cleared backwards for some reason. I don't know why EA thought that's what I was trying to do. He literally cleared it backwards, which meant that Leicester were back in the game after a minute into this game. Regardless of that, Mason Mount tried to go for the audacious effort, the similar type of goal that Dele Alli scored 3 seasons ago. But regardless of that, we have a chance immediately after that. Che Adams cutting inside, and wouldn't it just be him? Che Adams once again. What a legend he has been this season. He has been called upon time after time when we needed a man to put the ball in the back of the net. He has been the man to rise up to the occasion, and he's done it once again with a sensational outside of the foot shot, especially after beating, I think it was Danilo Pereira. Regardless of that, we have one more chance. Diogo Jota in the second half, scoring an absolute banger. Diogo Jota, the Portuguese international, with potentially the goal of the series. Look at this. Mason Mount just spots him with a sensational over the top through ball, and the Portuguese man just looked at it drop. It was one of those goals where you just see it's one of those volleys that it just looked like it was in slow motion. Just saw it coming, just watched it drop all the way. See it there, just watched it until it fell to his foot, and sweetly, like a peach, into the back of the net. A similar goal to what Robin Van Persie scored in the 12-13 season against Aston Villa. As sweet as a nut hit. And that is the goal of a season contender and a series contender indeed. Diogo Jota on absolute fire this season since we signed him from Wolves, and he's shown it in this game. Angus Gunn denying Leicester City for making it 3-2 and 59 minutes in, as we have a 2-goal lead on Leicester. We do not want to concede one more. Wang Yi Chang comes in the second half, beats, I think it was Sebastian Coates, but couldn't beat Danny Ward to score goal there. Sorry, Huang Hee Chang, another guy we signed in the summer, has been pretty impressive as a substitute, as a super sub. As regardless, with that, we do win the game against Leicester, a team we've been struggling for so long. We've struggled against Watford, and we beat them in the last episode. We struggled against Leicester City, and we beat them in this episode, as both our scouts have finished their jobs in both, I think it was was it Northern Ireland, or I don't remember anymore. Northern Ireland and Holland, I think it was. I'm not really sure. I think it was Wales, maybe? I don't know. And so, yeah, we're sending our 2 scouts this time to Spain and Portugal, indeed, and we'll see what both of them can get. Eden Harris and Murat Makar will be able to find in both sunny Spain and sunny Portugal. Brilliant, a nice little holiday for them as well, you know, not only a scouting mission, but a great little holiday for them as well to get a tan on. But regardless of that, we're going to head into our 3rd of 4 games in this episode. It's going to be against West Bromwich Albion, a team who we really did struggle with in the alternating fixtures. You can see we're currently sitting in 5th. If we win, we potentially could be challenging for those Champions League spots, and imagine the scenes if Southampton managed to get the Champions League spots this season. Expected to at least challenge for the Europa League in this season, but we're doing a bit more than that, and that's the tiny bit that I am excited for. Imagine it next season, so the St. Mary's can host some Champions League football. That would be sensational, but we can't focus on that. Currently, we have to focus on one game at a time, and the first game, and the 3rd game of this episode, and the game that we currently have to be focusing on is against West Bromwich Albion. We beat Leicester City, we struggled against West Brom in the alternating fixture, we did draw them in the 90th minute. Che Adams getting the goal there, but regardless of that, West Brom get the first shot of the game. The ball falls to them with Bartley. Bartley down the ball. Kyle Bartley, that is, finds it into Emil Smith Rowe. The former Arsenal man whips it in. We clear it away into Livermore, into Rodriguez on the half volley. Almost bicycle kick, but steers it just right at the post. Che Adams has a chance with a nice fake shot, cutting back inside. Look at the skills. Finds it into Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who finds it out wide to Diego Jota, who's scored a sensational goal already in this episode. Diego Jota with a fake shot, whipping it in the far post! And our Portuguese talisman with a sensational whipping shot in the top corner. The number 13 gets on his knees, says, "What more can I offer you, lads? What more can I offer?" A sensational goal by Diego Jota. You can see what it means to the St. Mary's support. Look at it from this angle. No chance for the former Man United goalkeeper Sam Johnston in goal. Finesse shots are so hard to score in this FIFA, especially after the title update, and I managed to get a green time shot into the top corner, so what a surprise for me there, as Mason Mount was denied another screamer by Sam Johnston, 37 minutes in. Regardless, we have the lead, 43 minutes in. Can we double it? We need to. West Brom is on the easy side. You can see Mario Lemina cutting in, cutting out, Super Mario with the strike, but just wide off the post. 44 minutes in, so second half starts here. Mason Mount has a chance, finds it through to Che Adams. Che Adams, you put your house for him to score. Che Adams denied by Sam Johnson, not enough to put it past him. And Che Adams would be disappointed there. He usually would tuck that in. You can see what it means to me. I would usually expect Che Adams to score that, but he couldn't. In real life, by the way, another talking point, Che Adams has signed for Southampton for £15 million, so it'll be interesting what he manages to do in that career mode. In real life, in comparison, what he can do here. But you can see Jay Rodriguez, the former Southampton man, comes back to haunt us in the St. Mary's, runs to Dean Smith, gives him a hug. Jay Rodriguez, such a danger in this game. He was such a danger in this game the whole time, and he gets himself a goal. 1-1. We need to get a goal back. Can we? 90th minute. Leon barges his way through, and will West Brom have one final chance? It looks like it will be. Jay Rodriguez is going to come off like dying embers of the game. The ball whipped in by Kieran Gibbs, the former Arsenal left back. For some reason, Angus Gunn did not catch that, so I wanted to catch it, and Kieran Gibbs scored. You don't understand how disappointed I was. How did Angus Gunn not catch that? I called him up, and for some reason he punched it away. He was in his own 6-yard box. There was no reason for him to punch it away. He could have claimed it. If he tried claiming it and someone would foul him, it would have been a foul. Regardless, we do lose this game, and I was so disappointed because this was a must-win game. You can see what this means to us now. Look where Man United is sitting in the table. 1 point behind us. We're on 47. Man United are on 46. And if we want to have any chance of challenging for the Champions League spots, we need to win this match. This is the top of the table 6-pointers, ladies and gentlemen. You would never expect to hear it. Man United are challenging with Southampton, but you know, whoever wins this game potentially can have Champions League football next year. Arsenal are sitting 3 points ahead of us currently, but a game in hand. Well, if we get this win, we potentially could tie with Arsenal. If Arsenal would lose their game in hand, we could be in the top 4. But anyways, even if Arsenal win their game in hand, we need to win this game in order to even be up there in the talk of Champions League football next season. So regardless of that, there's no doubt that this is the top of the table 6-pointer. Both teams will be looking to win. This is a big match. We did lose to Man United 2 or 3 episodes ago at St. Mary's. And if it's going to be the same thing here, it could really affect our season. You can see Leicester City sitting, we could actually drop down to 7th. We could actually even potentially not even be in the Europa League position, sorry. This is a big game, regardless, because Leicester City is sitting a point above us. So imagine what this could mean for the overall outlook of the Premier League table as we're going into the final stages of the Premier League season. This is the end of March. Next episode we will start the beginning of April, so we don't have a lot of more games to go. And this is one of those big games that the legends rise, and if they don't rise to the occasion, things can happen, and we potentially not be playing Europa League or Champions League football next season. So this is a crucial game. What will happen in this game, you're about to find out as Romelu Lukaku will kick us off in this top of the table 6-pointer. Man United have the first chance of the game 3 minutes in. Fred, the Brazilian international, finds it into Romelu Lukaku, and Angus, the former Man City goalkeeper, denies the big Belgian from getting the lead here. Man United have another chance. Look at what it means. They know what it means to them. They know what it means for Manchester United. This game is so crucial. Luckily, it's Ishmaeli in the far post. The left back could not steer it in. Luckily, it was him and not Memphis Depay. If it was Memphis Depay, it would surely have been 1-0 to Man United. You know what it means is we need to pile on the pressure. We need to start putting on more pressure on Man United as Diogo Jota is put through 26 minutes in. And Diogo Jota scored 3 goals in 3 now. Has added to this tally. This is his 8th goal of this season. Diogo Jota, after scoring a sensational goal in the last game, and it's probably a goal series contender in the Leicester game, finds the ball into the top corner, and the Portuguese man scores against here in the Old Trafford to silence the Old Trafford crowd. You know what it means to us. We need this victory as we get the early goal. That's exactly what we need in this game, as we are performing here. And Che Adams hits the post, almost beats De Gea. But United go on the counter, but it ends, and nothing happens of that. But we need to get 3 points in this game. It's so crucial to be able to put through again. Mason Mount denied. This is such a crucial game from both sides, and you can see what it means. Back and forth action here from both teams. Romelu Lukaku put through now, finds it into, I think it was Ishmaeli, back into Ishmaeli. He's through on the wing. You know what, this is such a hard position, and we always concede from there. And Memphis Depay triggers the PTSD once again. He scored twice in the game against us in St. Mary's, and he scored it here to silence us here. Look at us going all the way to the dugout to silence us there, but we are not going to remain silent. Che Adams going all the way through, finds it to Diogo Jota! And Diogo Jota could not make it a second of the game. You know what it means to us. We need to get this goal. David De Gea will find it through. Will Man United have a chance to get in the lead? It will be terrible if they do, but the ball finds itself back into Sebastian Bornau, into Diogo Jota as we look to pile on the counter as quick as we can. The ball finds it to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, through to Che Adams, and Ishmaeli's nowhere to be seen. He's gone all the way up the pitch! And Che Adams has established the heroics once again. Shushes the Manchester United crowd, shushes his doubters. He has a ton of doubters. People doubt him all the time. You know, he's potentially the best striker currently in England. And he's shushing the doubters wrong as he gets pushed over, finds it in the top corner, and Che Adams does it once again. He scored to make it 2-1, and he just loves those moments. Che Adams, Che Clutch Adams, with a great goal. The absolute beast, but they're not giving up. United are piling on the pressure. They're not giving up on this game. Angus Gunn, 67 minutes, had to deny Romelu Lukaku from scoring here. A sensational save by Angus Gunn, as he's not looking for any mistakes. He's not looking to concede another goal like he had done against Kieran Gibbs and against West Brom. And another terrific save there to deny Man United, as Man United are piling on the pressure now. The dying embers of the game. So much pressure for us to contain here. Man United to whip the ball in again. Another corner in the 93rd minute. And it goes out of play. Potentially the final whistle can blow, and it does. We get a crucial 3-pointer here in this top-of-the-table 6-pointer as we stay in that Champions League conversation. Man United drop below us, and that's exactly what we need in this game. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and especially the fact that we have 4 games in this episode. I'm going to get back into 5 games in the next episode. As you can see, we're going into the international friendlies right now, but if you guys enjoyed this, please leave a like, turn on the notification bell, and hit the subscriber button. We want to get those subscribers up. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and it's been me, Rooster Waddle, and peace out.